Hi everybody, hi! Okay, my mom and I are so excited because guess where we are at? We are at Universal Orlando! And we are here for opening night of HHN Orlando. We are ready for some spooky fun and to go through mazes like Stranger Things, The Exorcist, and even more, and maybe even see Chucky. And some scare zones and some cheeky horror drinks and food. What are you the most excited about, Mom?
Stranger Things. I have said that all along.
But aren't you kind of scared of Vecna, Mom?
I can't not see him. The moment I hear the ding of the clock.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. I want to be scared.
Yeah, we want to be scared. That's why people come to this event, because we love to be scared and we love horror. And we love Universal Studios. We actually can't wait to go to HHN over in Hollywood. So we'll be there on preview night and opening night, but for now, we're at HHN Orlando and we have a lot to cover today. So on that note, I think we had better get going. Follow us along, why don't you, to HHN Orlando opening night. Oh no. My mom and I are in Potter right now. We thought we'd grab a bite to eat before the event and it is pouring. Hopefully this rain stops pretty soon. I mean, the mazes will still go on, but sometimes they shut down some of the scare zone areas for a while, if it's raining too hard. Hey. Well, this is where we're at right now. Indeed, I've never felt more beautiful than I do in this lovely poncho. I mean, not all of us can have a beautiful raincoat from Company D, Mom.
I know. Oh well, I'm Joni Conway.
Yeah, I am not Joni Conway, sadly. But I am very grateful for this poncho. I'm also really glad and I feel lucky that we have Express for the mazes, right?
As a matter of fact, they were totally sold out the minute we got here, which wasn't that early. They got some more in and we got Express.
Oh, wonderful.
I know.
Now, if only this rain would stop. Okay, here we are getting spooked in the rain. Apparently, as tradition, I mean, you have to do HHN Orlando in the rain, right?
Apparently.
Because it's extra spooky that way, and we're about to get spooked in Chucky. Now, FYI, there's no filming inside of the mazes in HHN Orlando. So we are rule followers, we're not gonna film inside the mazes. But if you wanna check out some great maze POVs, definitely check out Ordinary Adventures. They have permission to film inside the mazes and they do a great job. Super Enthused is another one, so go ahead and check out her channel as well. And while we can't film inside of the maze, we can film an audio recording so you can hear us scream, right? And all of the spookiness inside the maze, so follow us along.
Starts to get really chucked up. I took over this.
In there. Don't even think.
Wow, that was a pretty good maze. What are your thoughts, Mom?
Okay, I expected not a whole lot, to be honest with you. It was a long maze, lots of scares. It just kept going. Very impressed.
That is true. I mean, we thought the maze was over and then there was more after that. So it was a pretty long maze. I don't know if I saw Tiffany though. I kind of wished I'd seen Tiff.
Oh, I miss her.
Yeah, that would have been fun. But other than that, and they had Chucky everywhere, definitely. Like, and the scare actors were killing it. Really solid maze. We're off to a good start, I think. Now, the only thing I would say about the maze is, now there were some great blackout performers. I would say those were the ones who were controlling Chucky, the doll. But I kind of wish there were more Chucky puppets.
Yes.
you know, where they could make his mouth move and his eyes and stuff. I feel like that would have been pretty scary, but I mean, at the same time, don't get me wrong, for a quick pop-out scare, like what they have, like a trigger and a pop-out, Chucky's only out for so long, you know, and then he kind of disappears into the darkness. So it does make sense what they have. It's pretty cool, and as you can tell by the audio recording, we were screaming quite a lot, right?
Exactly. So what do you rate it?
At the moment, maybe a good 9 out of a 10.
That's pretty good.
But we may go through it again later, who knows? So
Okay.
let's see how I think about it the second time around.
Okay.
Well, my mom and I are trying to beat the rain a little bit, so we're just gonna show a little bit of the HHN Tribute Store. This is the new one. Wow, I really do like the vibe here. I'm quite impressed. Oh no! How much? How much?
It is 40.
40? That's not bad at all.
I know.
How many times do we got to do this before you stop being a baby about it? That's the pep talk I give my mom every time we go to HHN.
Scream.
Just kidding.
I just don't see why we always have to come in here and take their stuff. Look here, old chap.
Oh goodness. I know, that must be a real hassle. I really like this. I feel like I might need to buy it. Happy Halloween. And it has that same little pumpkin from last year. He's so cute. He's like almost too cute.
And too cute, but the raven behind him.
Oh, scary.
I like that pumpkin.
He's cute. They always have a lot of good coffee mugs here and shirts. But what's always really good about the tribute stores is just the layout and the design of it, right, Mom?
Exactly, and I love that it's back here again.
Oh, the movie continues, I guess?
It does. Leave us be. What do you want from us?
Oh.
We want justice.
Interesting. This is a whole creature feature, I feel like. We want justice. Welcome to the Big Apple, city that never sleeps. But that doesn't stop it from having its fair share of nightmares. Cool. I do feel like I'm in a horror film.
This is great.
This is very great. Oh,
Look at the ground.
Oh
It's like
my.
outside, raining.
goodness, it is. It's raining more in here than it is outside. Well, it looks like the rain hasn't stopped just yet.
I think we'll stay inside.
Yeah, we should probably stay in the store. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be popular. It's a Hellfire Club shirt and hat as well, and they even have a backpack. Nice.
Oh,
As usual, there's merch for all of the mazes they have this year, like the Exorcist. And as usual, they have this nice little tribute mold machine here, and they have the bride, and she looks so pretty. So you can make your own monster. Oh, good, a locker. I have to put some stuff away. I think I'll take this one. Oh my gosh, what's that? More to the story. It's kind of like a retro horror film. And we just might be the victims.
I know.
He's scary. Tribute to terror. I don't know who he is, but definitely could give. Oh, the curator. That's who he is. Very interesting.
The hallway of frights.
The hallway of haunts and terror.
So, here is Super Enthused.
Oh, cute. It's super
And-
enthused. So can you put yourself in a horror comic?
You sure can.
I want to be in a horror comic.
Don't we all?
I would be so happy if I were in a horror comic. Wow. There's so many pieces to this comic, I feel like I'll never know how it ends. But there's something about Jim's Diner. That's interesting.
The most popular right now is the Backslayer cake. That's gonna be chocolate cake with marshmallow frosting and a sugar cookie on top.
Oh my gosh, these all look so tasty. We'll have to try some out later.
Yeah.
Fireball, a Hellfire Club. Oh, I bet this is popular too.
Stranger Things.
All of the Stranger Things. Oh, even Stranger Things macaroons. Oh, wanna play? That's a very pretty cake and terrifying too. And here is the menu, just in case it rains when you come to HHN too and you wanna sneak in the tribute store and maybe get a goodie or 2 or 3. Care to play a song, Mom? Or maybe have sandwich?
grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna finish it. What do you think?
I don't either.
Well, we're over at Stranger Things now. This is one that we're excited about, right, Mom?
This is what I came for.
Oh yeah, I think Vecna might be probably like Vecna's gonna be everywhere in that maze, I'm gonna assume. And maybe other spooky creatures, let's see.
You go first.
Me? No, I think you should.
You go first.
A dark wizard.
The music alone.
Okay, we definitely want to talk a little about Stranger Things. I think we have some good things to say about it. It's kind of nice, even though we can't film inside of the maze, just to give our opinion about it and our reviews. What do you think, Mom?
To be honest with you, I almost think this is great because we get to experience it and then give it to you. So I like it.
That's true, because when you're not filming or taking pictures, like you can really like put yourself in that world, right? And just get like extra spooked.
Correct. Okay, I really wanted to see this maze.
Yes.
First thing, I loved it. I thought the scare actors were all over the place. Oh my gosh, I had some screams. I loved the detail in it.
Yes.
Just loved it.
It was great. Like my mom said, the scare actors were great, and they had a lot of characters from Stranger Things, which is what I think people want to see. We saw Eddie Munson, we saw Max, we saw Eleven, we saw a lot of characters, and we saw Vecna everywhere. Everywhere, in various forms of Vecna as well, and I wouldn't expect anything less from HHN. It also really took you into the story of Stranger Things 4. It felt like you were walking into some of those scenes that they have, some of the epic ones. We don't want to give too much away.
Right.
There might be that one little scene though where Eddie Munson does his little rock solo, perhaps, maybe. Not saying yes or no, but like it could be in there somewhere. I only hope that the one in Hollywood is just as good as this one in Orlando.
We'll see.
We will, yeah. Okay, speaking of 10 out of 10s, I have high hopes for The Exorcist Believer because The Exorcist, well, let's face it, it's always terrifying. And I know the one they had in Hollywood was one of the top mazes because it's just that scary. I mean, it's a creepy little girl, and now we have two creepy little girls. I don't know, I'm kind of scared for this one.
Me too.
Not one, but two. I can't wait to see the movie too, but for now, we're gonna check out this maze and let you guys know what we think. To the next destination right now, but first we're going to talk about the Exorcist Maze. Now, for me, I feel like that did not disappoint. It was everything I'd hoped it would be, because not only do they have one possessed little girl in the maze, but they have two, and I feel like they really utilized that in the maze for sure. What do you think, Mom?
I agree. The scare actors were really powerful. And I love the details in it. That's a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, and the makeup and everything was just like really spooky. The detail in the maze, it actually makes me really want to watch the movie. It was very interesting. It kind of like takes you into the movie, I feel like. And yeah, there were a lot of scares, and it was like one scare after the other. The scare actors were great at it. That's really terrifying. Surprised. I mean, I feel like that's definitely one that you shouldn't pass up, right?
I agree. So much better, honestly, than The Exorcist last year.
I think so. Not last year, but the year before that.
Year before.
Yeah, I feel like this was definitely better. It didn't have all those dark hallways like the other maze did when they did the original movie Exorcist. It wasn't a dark hall, it was just like scare after scare, and there's just like so much happening. So 10 out of a 10 for sure. 10 scares out of 10.
I agree. And it takes a lot to kind of scare me now. That did it. It was like one after another.
Yeah, I have to admit it's hard to scare me too, but The Exorcist is the one maze that will give me the wiggins a little bit. Okay, we are on to the next maze, which is Dueling Dragons. I am very curious to see how they're going to make this into a spooky maze. Well, we actually made a mistake and we went in the Yeti maze instead of the Dueling Dragons. And we expected to see dragons and we saw Yetis. So like, they're very scary, but they do not look like dragons. But that being said, maybe because I wasn't expecting to see Yetis, it scared me even more, right?
I agree.
What would you rate that one, Mom?
You know, it wasn't my favorite. I'm going to call it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, it's pretty scary though, and it had some really, the visual in some of the rooms. There was actually a scare where a scare actor reached from the ceiling actually and down, and so you weren't really expecting that, and there was just this big Yeti arm coming down, and that really got me.
Well, I have to tell you, I think I'm going to revise that because you're right, at least an 8 out of 10 because I think I was expecting dragons and that was the problem.
Maybe that's why. So yeah, I would give it about 8.5 out of 10, and the scare actors were killing it. They were definitely working very hard in that maze, and one of the Yetis got me at the very end. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I think it's time to see some scary dragons now, so follow us along. Okay, we have to talk about that maze because like, I was thinking dragons, that's not scary. Like I love dragons, they're so cute. Like I'm not afraid of them really, but like, wow. First of all, that was the pretty maze. I like pretty mazes. The visual of it, the design was stunning and tall too. It had this medieval vibe to it everywhere. What else, Mom?
Just scare actors, their costumes.
Oh my.
Wow. The set, like you said, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, the design was great and just like really tall. I don't know how to describe it. And definitely like the costume designs for the scare actors and the makeup and the masks, like everything, just like the detail everywhere. Wow, I wouldn't mind doing that maze again actually.
I agree, 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10 scares. Well, we got more than 10 scares, I think. Well, we've been to 5 mazes so far. I think we need a little bit of a pick-me-up. I am going to get a cheeky or a spooky drink. We may get another snack like some pizza fries and maybe check out some scare zones. So follow us along. Ooh, what is this? Oh my gosh. Hi. Oh my goodness. So, oh my goodness, it's a party and we're not invited, but maybe that's a good thing. Oh! Woo! What are you doing? Oh my goodness! It's like a hippie zombie party. Okay, my mom and I are at Louis, and we got the infamous pizza fries, which, wow, these look really fresh and delicious too. Lots of good cheese and pepperoni and sausage, and pizza sauce too, hence the term pizza fries. These are, I feel like, an HHN staple, really popular during the event. And don't we always get these pizza fries, Mom? It's a tradition, right?
We do, every time.
Now, are you a fan of these?
Not really, but I do like it when the French fries are hot and crispy.
Well, this is true, and I think you can get a vegetarian version of this, by the way, if you're a vegetarian.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like you might like that, Mom.
I would.
Hey, I'm excited to try these, the infamous pizza fries. I'm trying to get a good bite with lots of cheese and a pepperoni as well. Here we go. I've been getting these every time we go to HHN every year, and I will continue to do so because these are a 10 out of a 10. For presentation, for taste, for freshness, for everything. It's just the perfect snack for a spooky event. And I bet the vegetarian fries are good. We'll have to try them next year. Okay, Mom, so you're gonna give it a bite too, right?
Well, I am. I like the fries. I like the sauce. I like the cheese. So I could do that.
A 10 out of a 10?
I like a vegetarian option.
Oh, sure, if they had bell peppers on it and stuff like that, I bet it would be really good. And olives, maybe, something along those lines.
Excellent.
Groovy! Very groovy! Oh, that's not so groovy. Okay, everybody, so I got a cheeky drink, and this is the Ghoul juice. The other one you can choose is the Electric Death. That's another drink of choice here. I got this one because it has rum in it, dark rum, I think, and it just sounded good. Plus, for $16.50, you can get this souvenir cup with it, and it lights up. Like, check it out. How cool is that? It's a little dark over here, so you can probably only see the drink. But it's so pretty. So hopefully it tastes as good as it looks, right? Oh, that is good. Wow. I did try this one last year and I liked it. I think I remember. I liked it. I think I gave it a 10 out of a 10. So I think I repeat that. I give it another 10 out of a 10. It doesn't disappoint. It's just as good as I remember it from last year. So I feel really good with my decision to get the Ghoul juice. This is definitely the way to go. And with this souvenir cup, I feel like kind of cool. Oh, listen to the screams in the darkness. This has been a fun night for sure. And it's about to get better because I think we're gonna check out The Last of Us. And maybe some more mazes and definitely a scare zone. on Monsters Unmasked and The Last of Us. So first of all, the Monster Maze. You know, what I really appreciate about the Orlando mazes is they're so high. You know, they're in a studio and they're just like, the sets are so high and beautiful. And they even have these scares now where scare actors like reach above you. Like one scare actor got me really good that way. Like he almost like, I mean, he didn't touch me obviously, but he just like came really close to me and it just like, oh my gosh.
Startled you.
Oh yeah, it got me like, it scared me pretty good. Now, what did you think of that maze?
It started out slow for me and then picked up with a lot of scares, so I appreciate that.
I think my mom is right. It did start off like a little slow, and that could be for various reasons.
Sure.
Oh, such as the scare actor switching out, per se. Or if somebody gets scared in front of you, so you might not get scared. It's an art. It's a work of art, these mazes. There's an element of, there's a formula to it. It's very interesting, but I think in all, because I didn't get a lot of scares at the beginning, but at the end, I got like every scare.
Right.
Especially at the end, because, well, I don't want to give away too much.
No.
But it's literally like a few scares just like back to back,
Yes.
like really quick.
Yes.
It's really cool. And there's a lot that happens above you, so definitely keep your eyes open for that.
Look up.
Yes. So I give that maze definitely a high rating. Like we said, it started a little slow, so maybe a 9.5 out of 10. But I thought it was beautiful, and it had the Invisible Man in it, and it had the Hunchback and the Phantom of the Opera, just some rare monster characters, so I love that. Okay, now The Last of Us, which had a very long wait time. So that and Stranger Things, I think, had the longest wait times. You know, I liked it a whole lot. I've never actually seen the show or the game. So I feel like I would appreciate it just a little bit more if I watched the show. I would give it about an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
It was good.
I think that's solid.
It was good. You know what? There was some really good masks and costumes that
Yeah.
were really scary. Really, really cool.
Sets,
definitely.
Yeah.
And the scare actors were great. There were some amazing elements to it. I just think I would appreciate it more if I watched the show.
Sure.
Because I think this was a popular maze tonight. So, what would you rate it, Mom?
I'm gonna go with you.
About an 8.5,
Yeah.
maybe a 9, because you know, it's not fair that we haven't seen the show.
True statement. Think about that.
Oh, you're really scary. Bye.
He was standing there.
Oh my goodness. Are you making friends again, Mom?
I'm making friends again.
So cool. everybody. I think we had a very successful HHN day for sure, right?
We did.
Yes, minus the rain, but it all worked out. It's all good.
It did.
However, my mom and I are pretty tired now. It is past our bedtime. Although I'm used to this HHN schedule. I mean, when it's 2 o'clock, usually you're getting off work at about 3 o'clock when you're a scare actor, or something around those lines. I know, it's crazy. Either way, it is past our bedtime now, so unfortunately that means it is the end of our video, but only for now. Because we have tons of content coming out really soon, now that spooky season is upon us. So if you liked our video, please hit that like and subscribe button, because it does help our channel out a whole lot. Not only that, it'll keep you guys updated on our spooky adventures. Okay, well, we almost went on every maze. We also went on Blood Origins. I think that was the name of it. Blood something. But anyway, we're gonna talk about what mazes stood out the most in our minds, what we liked the most, and maybe possibly what our least favorite maze was. But how about you, Mom? Go ahead and start.
Without a doubt, Stranger Things. We knew that.
Of course, if you like the show, I feel like you really appreciate the maze because they really did do a lot of detail in it, and it really does take you into the 4th season of Stranger Things. And they had a lot of characters in it. I think that's really important. Some years in Hollywood, no offense, but it was a little lacking in what characters they had and scare actors. Although they always have a lot of Demogorgons, which is great.
What's a maze without a Demogorgon?
Exactly. Yeah, a Demogorgon scared me really good at the end of Stranger Things 4, the maze. Definitely. Well, any other mazes?
Honestly, it just stood out.
Okay.
But I would say my least favorite, again, not their fault, you really have to see the show, was, what was it?
The Last of Us?
The Last of Us.
Yeah, that one was good. It just dragged a little bit for me, but again, I don't know the show.
Right.
You know, I feel like it's the same a little with The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
If you don't know the show and you go through the maze, you're like, what is this? Unless you're really scared by zombies, then that's different. You know, I really liked the Dueling Dragons maze. I thought that was beautiful and unique and scary. Was that your number 2, Mom?
That was my number 2.
Okay.
It was really spectacular.
It was pretty and scary. I never thought I'd be that scared by a dragon. But I'm sorry, the scariest goes to The Exorcist, in my opinion.
Oh.
You can't beat a possessed little girl.
You cannot. And
You can't.
There's 2.
Then there's 2, not 1, but 2. A Demogorgon cannot be as scary as that. I'm sorry, it's true.
Agreed.
Also, Monsters was a good one as well. A lot of creative scares in that, for sure, especially at the end. And the Blood Origins maze was pretty good. And what was it, the Yeti one?
The Yeti.
Not
the
bad.
one that I thought was Dueling Dragons.
Yeah, she was like, that does not look like a dragon to me. Well, we'll be going to HHN in Hollywood pretty soon now, next week actually. So stay tuned for that. But for now, stay safe out there, stay awesome, and perhaps sometime we'll catch you at HHN Orlando. Have a great day, everybody, and thank you so much for watching.
Bye!